same frequency and just get zoned into what we got going on right here.
Love it.
So in, out, that's one. In, out, two. My beautiful people, how are we doing today? We have the beautiful Nakia. Her energy is beautiful. And
Thank you so much.
so happy to have you here. You are such a young inspiration that I just keep seeing on my feed. And I had to tap in with you because all I see is positivity. All I see is just constant grind and constant just feeding that energy. And I just was like, I gotta tap in because positive energy attracts positive energy. And it's a beautiful thing what you're doing. Sorry, we got cut off a little bit with a little bit of Wi-Fi interference, but please let me go ahead and hear one more time what it is that you do, what it is that inspires you, and what keeps you going. We got to hear this beautiful story.
Okay, so once again, yes, I am a motivational speaker, a spiritual advisor, a healer, a YouTuber, and, you know, just everything wrapped in one. But to wrap that up, you know, I just love to give back wisdom through everything I've been through and share my journey with you. And what inspired me was going through the struggle and seeing all of that. But I didn't want that to be my story, you know, and I know I'm not the only one who goes through hard times and who has family issues and money issues and things like that. So I had to be the one to step up and put on for everybody else who feels like they have fears that stop them. Like, no, we're not doing that. Okay. This is our life and we got to take charge of it, period, in every way. So that's what I'm here to do and just show the world that you can do that too. Because if I can do it, you can do it, period.
Queen, that was beautifully said, beautifully said. Can you please tell me some of the situations that were hard for you growing up that got you into the mind state that you are in? Because I know a lot of the times for me personally, it was those detrimental times, those poverty-stricken times, those times where you had nothing else that got me to where I am today. That sought nothing, there was nothing but negativity in my life. And the only thing I could focus on was the positivity. The only thing I can give my energy to was the positivity. And that's what kept me going. That's what got me to indulge in this life full-fledged. What is it for you? What were some of the things or stories that happened to you?
So back in my childhood, you know, I didn't have my dad like just growing up. He was always in prison or just in and out of my life, very fickle. So that right there just was very sad. But also my mom, she was a single mom, you know, she was struggling for me and my sister and had to grind for everything for us. And I just saw how hard it was for her. And then also she would have sicknesses and have to have surgery and things like that. And her job would lay her off, not pay her. So we would be homeless. We were homeless one time. And luckily we had a family member who allowed us in their home, you know, for the time being. And my mom was able to stack up her money and get us back right. But, you know, just like that, it was like, I knew I had family. Like, it was not about what we had, but just the connect, like the love there, you know? And so also it was just like, you know, I just wanted more for myself. Like, I didn't want to have the people like growing up after me, like my nieces, and because my niece had to get taken away from my sister just because my sister wasn't in the financial means to take care of her. And I didn't want that, like, no longer. Like, I wanted to break that cycle. Like, so yeah, I had to just do what I had to do, like, and be the one to actually chase my dreams and not fall into this cycle of, you know, the 9-to-5 life, because yes, that's cool. And we all have to start somewhere. And that's where I started out at. You know, I worked at Panera Bread and I was washing dishes, but I was getting treated so unfairly and I was not getting paid enough, you know, and I was crying after work. Like, I was sad and depressed. And I was like, no, like, this is maybe making my mom happy, but it's not making me happy.
Right.
So I just said, Nakia, what do you love to do? What do you want to do? And what can help the world and help you feed your family? And I just sat down, got my plan together, and put my page on it. That's
Let me
it.
tell you
And
this. That was beautifully said, and I'm gonna spit out a few key points that I want you guys to really indulge in. Is that one? No matter what problems you got going on, you know, we all have similar lifestyles, similar things happen. You know, mom's getting sick. That's probably one of the hardest things, is because I was in the same boat. I had no father figure, and my mom was really sick when I was young. So
yeah,
it took me to step up and figure out, you know, the rights and wrongs, and know that the right way is the only way. And it might be
yeah,
slower, it might not be that quick upcoming, and it might be different from what everybody's standards are, whether it be 9 to 5, this and that. A lot of the old heads, they think that, you know, if you don't got a 9 to 5, you don't got this 401k, you're not going to be set off. And I
yeah,
was driven to change that outlook on my mom, to people around me. All kinds of people were just shooting it down. And that's what gave me the drive. That's what told me, like, once I started really understanding how life was, and I started making in photography in one day what I'd work a whole week, 40 hours, I was
what?
like, yeah, this is there's no comparison. There's no comparison. So,
Exactly.
but anyways, I just want to say, you know, it's so beautiful to hear from someone, especially so young, to use the negativity for your positivity, to be able to track that positivity out of the negative times. And like, I just want to commend you and say, you are strong, you are beautiful, and you gonna go. Like, yes,
Thank you.
yes, yes. So what are some of the things that I want to know a little bit more, like, in depth about you? Like, I want to know, what are some of the trials and tribulations that you really had to go through that really were pivotal points in your life? And before you answer, I will tell you one or two things about myself. Is one, when I was younger, my mom got cancer, and after her cancer, she became a vegetable for probably about 2 to 3 months. And I never stopped fighting. I never gave up. I knew she was there because anytime I came in the room, my mom would always only repeat one word, and it was Rudy, 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 Rudy. That's my name. And that's what gave me the drive, that I was like, I know there's still something there. Everybody thought it was gone and done and over with. And that drive me to start making tinctures and start doing things herbally, and believing and really trying to do something different, because she was epileptic. And after living in a hospital for 3 months, I started giving my mom tinctures and had them start slowly cutting off all medication. On her 4th month, after getting off of medication, she started bouncing back, and it went from Rudy, Rudy, Rudy to okay, 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 to little different words here and there that I just started catching on. And then it was after that, I knew, like, deep down in my heart, that she was going to come back. Like, I just knew it. And now my mom's alive, healthy, grateful, and, you know, blessed, and
Bless,
to have her
bless.
here today. So that was one big pivotal point in my life. And then I would say the second really big pivotal point in my life was my daughter. After I had my daughter, it was no more fun and games. It was no more about myself. And it was more about, I got to grind for my family, got to grind for my daughter. I got to show her the right way. And it really just got me in tune with my emotions. Personally, I was never a very emotional person because I was an adopted individual, single, no siblings in my household, and it made me very selfish when I was young. I was very, like, put to myself, and I just had
Mhm.
goals and shit that I wanted to do by myself. But once I had my daughter, that changed the game, and it just showed me love. It showed me empathy.
We-
It just showed me things in a different realm, to where I'm so grateful now because I'm an open book. I'm open, and God can see that. Everyone can see that around me. So those were my two pivotal points. What were some of your pivotal points that just made you who the beautiful soul you are today?
So I would say one of them would definitely be, and I really don't speak on this, like, and I really haven't because I don't really like matters of the heart that much, but love for me was a big pivotal point in just starting my spiritual journey, period. Like getting more in tune with myself and who I am. But I was just tired of getting ran over in love, like just treated dirty and everything. And I was like, Nakia, like you can change this. Like you can set the tone for the people who
Hmm.
walk in and out your life, you know? And know my worth. I needed to know my worth. And I
Right.
was just really tired of that. So that really helped me build my confidence as well because I did get bullied. Like I wouldn't say bullied, but just teased like when I
Right.
was in
Right.
middle school and stuff like that, like about my teeth and skinny, stuff like that. So I just always was like very insecure about those
Hmm.
things.
Okay.
And I didn't want to be on camera. I didn't want to show myself or even just talk. Like I was teased about my voice being too like Minnie Mouse or whatever. But I was like, whatever, like I'm me.
Right. I
So
love it.
somebody gonna love me, shoot.
Right.
And I
Exactly.
know I will. So
Hey, that's
okay.
love. That's love.
So yeah, so that really helped me. Like just with love, people doing me dirty. Like I just turned it around and just love myself more. Like
I
they not
love
gonna give
that.
it to me, I'ma give it to
I
me.
love that. I love that.
And another thing I would say was really just the chaos. Like I grew up in a lot of chaos and arguing and fighting in my household. I just feel like it was because a lot of built up trauma in the individuals that came before me. You know, they didn't get a chance to heal and stuff like that. And I don't fault them for that because nobody's perfect. And we all have time to grow. You know, if you're still alive, you have time to grow, you have time to change and
Mm.
live a better life, a new life. So, yeah, that just made me want to give love more to the world, like not be mean, you know, and accept people for who they are. And, you know, that don't mean I have to put you on my journey with me, but I just don't care. Like I don't gotta judge you because
Thanks.
it's no reason to do that. We all connected in some way. Like I was you at one point. You know, I was lost. I didn't know myself. I was mean. I was like, you know, angry, but I had to change. I had to sit down and change. So yeah,
That's beautiful.
I
That's
know we all
beautiful.
can do that.
That's beautiful. So some key elements that I got out of that were one, affirmations, two,
Yes.
self-love, and three, understanding family traumas and family curses that have never been really sought after. And
Right.
I want to say, Queen, you really you gave me chills because my family was nothing but fighting, arguing, money problems, and this is a lot of families.
I know
This
a
is
lot,
so many, and
a
it's like
lot.
people think
And I feel
that,
for them so bad.
oh my God, and they think that just because they're in that situation, they gotta be a product of that situation. I'll tell you this, I since I've seen so many financial problems, arguing and constant just down on your brothers and sisters, the ones around you, I can probably count on my hands, probably less than my hands, how many times me and my significant other have ever raised our voice in front of our child because it's way more traumatic than what you think. It's doing a lot more trauma than you think.
Yes.
And we pick up on those things subconsciously as a kid. And the
Hmm.
reason why I say that is because okay, I live in the hood, okay? And my
Me
neighbors,
too. I
my
ain't gonna lie.
neighbors, they I love them to death, but they're as good as it fucking gets. And I feel bad for them because okay, I let the kids come over. Anytime the kids got anything involved, yes, come on, let's go eat, let's go play, come jump on the trampoline. They love it. But I tell them when you're in my on my land, on in my backyard, you're gonna treat me with respect. You're not gonna
Yes.
raise your voice at me, and you're gonna be damn sure to look out for my daughter because this is all hers. Okay.
Right.
Every time they come over, they got the utmost respect. They're picking up after themselves, this and that. But as soon as they go back to the land of theirs and they're so used to it, they're fighting, they're arguing,
Right.
mom's kicking them out, this and that. And it's like, we have to be that ending of that generational curse. we have to be the ones to say we love ourselves, and we're not going to let these other people and individuals come in the way of our love for ourselves, because a lot of the people around us will put that fear, will put that hatred, will put that negativity on you,
Mm-hmm.
in that you can't deal with it, thinking that you can't handle it. And
Yeah.
I would say, who was a person
Mm-hmm.
that you looked up to growing up that was on the opposite side, that was positive, that was assuring, and that gave you a little bit of self-love, that you were like, man, I could see myself understanding or growing to be like that person? Who's somebody that like that for you?
I would definitely say my grandma
Ooh,
because my grandma, yeah, I love my grandma to death. And she always had health problems too, which always made me sad because she just been in and out of the hospital recently with she had COVID and she been having like she broke her leg and a lot of other stuff. So it was just terrible. But yeah, but anyways, yeah, she inspired me to be more open and just to love everybody. She loves everybody. Like she is the nicest woman on earth. Like she don't even curse. Okay.
I love
And
it.
so that to me is just like she's very into God. She goes to church like every single Sunday,
I love it.
Saturday. She in there, she loves her community, she gives back. And it was just like so different. She kept the peace, like me in my household. Like she didn't like the arguing. She didn't like none of that.
Mm,
And yeah, I just that to me, like she just brought such a light to every room. And I
beautiful.
feel like me and her are just we're so family. We're aligned. Like that is my grandma. Like I love her so much.
That's fire. That's fire. What's
Okay.
grandma's name so I can say a prayer for her?
Her name is Pam. Right.
Pam? Okay, I will be saying a prayer for Pam tonight, okay?
Thank you.
But I want to say this is that, do you see as being someone who is, I like using the word woke, but someone who's just aware, someone that is just open-minded. Do you see
Mhm.
that I've noticed personally that the older generation was very rooted. They were very knowledgeable. They were very understanding. And even though sometimes they're stuck in their ways because they're a little bit older and this and that, but they were very God seeking. They were very
Yeah.
seeking towards the truth. And I've seen as we've gotten older, um, the younger generation doesn't want to listen. They don't want to be woke. They don't want to really understand. And a lot of the ones that say they are woke really don't understand the other spectrums. And would you say that these things are slowing down? Or would you say that maybe I'm just not in the right circle and I'm not seeing the right people?
I would say it's like 50-50 for real because I feel like a lot of people, because I do see a lot now, just like on where I'm at in my world, people are really getting like in tune with themselves.
Hmm.
They're focused
Right.
on mental health and things like that. But it could just all be for show too, because I know a lot of people think that just reading inspirational quotes and scrolling down your feed is woke, like you're getting in tune with yourself, but it's not because anybody can do that. They
Let's
can read a
see.
quote and never actually practice, you
Hmm.
know, that message
Hmm.
with that information that they got. So I would say it's very 50-50. You would really never know until like I guess you with that person around that person and
Right.
seeing their daily habits and things like that. But
Right.
I just focus on myself really because I
Hey,
got to make sure I'm healthy and I'm growing with each day because I don't want to be the same person every day. And I definitely don't want to experience the same things. Like I'm trying to evolve and I'm just trying to get out of here.
that's
Okay.
That's beautiful. What are some of the things you're doing to make sure that you're growing?
So basically, I just do a lot of healing, like a lot of shadow work. I every time when I feel like when I'm going through something, I will sit with myself and feel my emotions. Like I don't wait. If I gotta cry, I cry. I release because I don't care if I look stupid. If I'm not trying to be the tough guy all the time. And if you hurt me, I'm gonna let you know, and I'm gonna be real. I like to communicate my feelings. And I just like to be really aware, like in the moment. So
Mhm.
mindful of what I'm saying and you know how I'm reacting to things and things like that. Just really. making sure that I'm being the best me in every way. Also, I like to write. I like to journal. So if I'm ever feeling something and I can't express it, like I'll write it down. And yeah, so things like that. Like
So
yeah,
I would
in
say
nature, I love going outside, getting with my animals.
fire. I would say major key points out of that were definitely going outside, getting some sun, grounding yourself. Two, constantly seeking knowledge, further help, and further your advancement in any situation. And personally, what I do is say we got a quote or something like that that we really enjoy, that we really like. I use that in my affirmations every single day. I will read a quote, and if it really sticks
Mhm.
with me and really helps me, I will read that quote for 3, 6, 9, 12 months at a time, every single day. It feels embedded in my brain. And I'll say it kind of like a prayer affirmation, like just
Mhm.
constantly repeat it. And I think that's one thing as we get older, we don't like studying the same thing over and over and over. But if you really think about it, that's what turns anybody from good to great is the
Right.
speed to be able to do
Mhm.
those things at a rapid speed. So like me studying that one thing over and over and over and over, it becomes second nature. And then it
Exactly.
becomes my vibration. It becomes what I live and what I do every single day.
Yes.
I would say that's
I love
definitely
that.
a beautiful second key element. And but there was one more key element that you said. It was grounding, self-improvement, and being aware in the moment. So you said something that
Yes.
really touched me was um being aware in the moment and just letting yourself cry, letting yourself. I'm a very manly man, and I found myself just over this weekend, and like I don't share this with everybody either, too. But you
Right.
know, we on that element that
That vibration.
exactly. So I have been dealing with. I don't like. I don't like sorrow or sadness because I've had so much of the trauma in my past years, and
Right. Right.
I find myself anytime that sort of predicament comes up, I always try to either run or avoid the situation. And this
Mhm.
weekend, I found myself crying. Was the first time I cried, and I could probably say like 5, 8 years. I don't know. It's been so long. I couldn't tell
Wow.
you the last time I cried. Being self-aware and taking in those emotions and understanding it's okay to cry. It's okay to
Mhm.
be down. It's okay to be these things, but take them and understand them. Don't just cover them up. Don't
Right.
just think everything's gonna be okay and sweep it under the rug. You know, really do something to better your mood, your mind, your spirit. I love doing physical activity so that those endorphins naturally get released. And
Yeah.
that's something personally I do. Um, what are some of the goals you have for this year? And what are some of the things that you're gonna do to reach those goals, hopefully?
Okay, so my goals for this year really are to just expand on my empire, Pure Soul. And I'm definitely I've been writing a book, so I want to publish that this year. Yeah, basically it's just my story, my autobiography, childhood until now, the woman I am today and how I got here. And I want to have a clothing line as well. I already like got that. I got some designs, but it's not all together. But hopefully that comes together. And also really just helping more people, like expanding my community, because I want to reach more people in this lifetime. I know that I've reached many, but I know that there's many more out there who need me, and I hope that I reach them by the end of this year.
That is so beautiful, Queen.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, please let these people know where they can reach you at because they need to see this positivity. One thing that I think a lot of people don't understand is a lot of the things that we see and do every day are very negative. The Facebook posts, the Instagram posts, they're all negative, sexual, this and that, and subconsciously it messes with you. So when I see your positive message, your positive words, I'm just, you got it, girl. I'm behind
Thank
you the
you.
whole way. So where can they
Thank
find
you.
you at?
So you can follow me on Instagram at Nakia Mornee. So that's NAKIAMORNEE, two E's. And TikTok, Nakia Mornee, two E's as well. Twitter, Nakia Mornee with one E. And you can subscribe to my YouTube too, because I definitely drop gems on there, okay? So you get longer videos from me and definitely more in depth of my journey and who I am, my behind the scenes life.
Ooh,
So yeah, that's Nakia Mornee as well. And yeah, so I pray that you all tune in to me and come join my family because I love you and you do not have to fight alone. Okay? I'm here to fight with you. Cause we going all the way to the top. We're not gonna stop.
I love that. And I literally love it coming from a woman because it's so, I can feel the passion, I can feel the love, I can feel the truth. And I just wish you on your endeavors to be the best you can possibly be. And I will tell you this, no matter what you got going on, no matter what you got going through, you keep that mindset and God will do the rest. He will break through barriers and move mountains for you. Queen, I'm telling you, I could just tell by your energy. I've never even met you. This is the first time we've ever spoke.
And I
So
was so excited to meet you. I knew the energy was gonna be like through the roof. I already knew, cause why not? Like I love what you do, and I love what your purpose is, and you know how you feed your community. I just had to like connect with you and feel you, your vibe, and everything. Like I
thank,
knew it was gonna be great.
thank you, Queen. Question, what was it that got you to start following me and that just drew you in with me? What was it? I want to know.
So I just saw that you were like really real, like you were genuine, you were authentic, and you weren't just portraying something for the internet. Like you were really standing for a purpose, you know. And really, you came from the 9 to 5. I saw you posted this one thing, and you was like chase your dreams, you know. Like I'm gonna invest in myself, my photography, and I was like yes, this is me too. I came from like a 9 to 5, and I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm going to pursue my dream, no matter how hard it is, no matter how long it takes. I'm doing it because this is what I love and this is what feeds my soul. I don't care about what feeds my pockets right now. Okay. And that's just what it is. Like, this is true wealth. And I'm just happy. Like, I'm happy. And if you're not happy for me, then oh well.
Queen, you couldn't have said it better. You gave me chills, literally,
Thank
because
you.
I feel like I've noticed as I've gotten older, a lot of people think that the reasons we do what we do is for a gimmick or for a show or for
Right.
a like. And the thing is I don't care how many likes I get. I don't care how many views I get. I put it out there into the world, and however it gets intercepted or intaken is by the person who watches it, views it,
Yep.
understands it, and then that's what brings the beautiful souls like you to me.
Yes.
And I want to
Yes.
say thank you, Queen. Thank you.
Thank you.
I know we're getting down to the nitty gritty right here with a few last minutes, but if you can have one word for your goals this year, what would that one word be? Mine was structure because I'm a little crazy. I got a little bit of everything going on, so I need a little bit more structure. What would your word be, Queen?
Execute. You know, because
Ooh,
I can get like very um I can procrastinate sometimes and really just, you know, I have fears too. So I just have to overcome those every day and really just tell myself good things and pour back into myself, pour back into my dreams, that of the truth. And yeah, like really just try new things. That's all I'm about this year. I've really been trying new things, stepping outside of my comfort zone, okay?
love it.
And I've been scared. Like even this, I was nervous, shaking, like my heart was pounding real fast in the beginning. But now I'm very relaxed and it's just how God works. Like I just love everything I do is through God. And so I love it all. And yay, so I'm just gonna execute and do everything that I want to do because there's no limits. And I don't want to limit myself because I definitely don't want to leave what if on the table either because it's like I know it's just gonna keep coming back around. You know, when you meant to do something, it just keeps coming back and back, and you're like, but why? But why? Because you're meant to. So just try it. So
Queen.
yeah.
You said some beautiful things right there. I love that. One thing a lot of people don't understand is that when you have a problem in your life and you put it on the back burner, that thing's gonna come back around and keep coming until you
Yep.
fix it and
Yep.
understand it and admit to it. And I love that you can break yourself down so effortlessly. And I want to say you are going to execute. You being uncomfortable and just the way you speak and what you're doing, God is gonna bless you, Queen. I thank you for coming on. We're gonna dang near have to have a part two because this was so big and
Okay.
so beautiful. I want the world to understand this. I want the world to see this positivity and what the positivity could bring, and like I said, coming from a female is the most enriched thing that I can possibly endure because it's so genuine, so real. And God bless you on your endeavors, Queen. You're a young, beautiful, shining star. I know the sky is the limit. Keep going, keep pouring into yourself. I loved hearing
Yes,
that.
yes,
That was
yes, yes,
amazing. And make sure y'all go follow her right now.
yes. Follow me. And
Thank you.
thank you so much. Thank you. I really loved this. It was great.